welcome back, yo. Happy Friday. He said, she said, hers.
Woo, woo, woo. It's
this-
Friday.
Yes, it is, yo. What's good, yo? Happy Friday, man. Welcome back, man. Welcome back for another episode of He Said, She Said podcast. What's good?
You know, I feel like we were just here, and I love it. Like, I love the fact that it's like, yes, we're back at it again.
All right,
We're back at it again.
Oh,
We're
I thought it
back
was a TikTok video. You about to start skiing and shit. Go ahead, yo. Voila.
Go skiing.
Hey.
Go skiing.
Hey.
What up, y'all? It's your girl, Edis, also known on all social media platforms as Ayo Edis, and I'm glad to be back with Black
Yeah, bars.
in the building.
We ain't rapping in a minute.
Because you don't know how I'm feeling.
Oh, go ahead then. Talk your shit.
I can rap to the ceiling.
Oh, let's go. Throw the beat on, Ma.
It's like, nah, go ahead, tell the people who you are.
Yeah, you already know, man. It's your boy John Brown in the building. Black is my name, man. Once you go Black on Instagram, John Brown on Facebook and all that, yo.
Yeah.
Let's go, man. It's Friday, yo. How you doing? E, I see you excited.
I am excited, and I'm also hungry. And what y'all don't know is that there's something in this cup.
Oh, they know what's up. Hey, yo, we should start having like a little, I wish it was more, or maybe we just don't know of them. But I was about to say, I wish there was more like Black-owned wines and stuff. So we should do like a little shout out to them. Like, yo, what we sipping on this week or whatever. And
Remember when we tried the Black Girl Rosé? I shouted it out once.
I do remember that. Yeah. I do remember that.
I don't think we
You
were
want to drink that
No.
again?
I was gonna say I don't think we
Shout
were
out to
big
Black
fans.
Girl Rocks though, because Black girls rock, yo.
Thank
And
you.
Black women rock,
Go
yo.
ahead, Marvin.
You feel me? Black women rock. And not only that, but I mean the theme of this episode is what, yo? It's
Dear Mama.
Dear Mama, yo. We want to shout out to the mamas, man. The mothers.
All the mothers in the world.
You feel me?
All the mothers of mothers. All
Yeah.
the aunts.
Yup.
All the lovelies, yo. We want to shout you out
The mamas, the baby mamas.
Oh, that's from Mama's.
Yeah. There you go.
Baby
Andre
mamas,
3K. If I
mamas.
ain't mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong. Something like that. But yeah. Yo, shout out to all the mamas, man. Yeah, we know Mother's Day is coming up on Sunday. And we definitely want to shout out our mothers. And we actually have a few guests today. We gonna talk about it later, but we definitely gonna have a little.
We do.
Guests,
We got
a few guests.
some local sheroes in the building.
Some local sheroes.
I'm super excited. I make sure you all can hear me and turn me up on YouTube just in case. Make sure you all can hear me because we want to talk about what's hot in the world. But before we talk about what's hot, how you been?
I was gonna say
so hot in here.
It is hot. What the hell my paper towel?
Say no.
Hey.
At least this time I know that the song's not about to drop, so you ain't get me this time. How your week been?
My week's been great, yo. It's been really good. Like I've been making a lot of strides and some things I want to do and some goals. I do feel I won't say overworked. Overworked, I think, and it's mostly the 9 to 5, yo.
No, I feel you.
Working for the man ain't fun, yo. I'm tired of working for the man, yo.
You know what's crazy? Before I had this 9 to 5, I did my bartending gig straight through. I wasn't as stressed working throughout the nights than I am now doing a 9 to 5.
Oh, no, that's a big difference.
Woo!
Big difference. I never bartended before. I did work in like fast food and like some restaurants and stuff. It could be stressful outside looking in. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is about a 9 to 5.
Have you ever worked a night, like a later job?
Yeah, I used to work overnight. It wasn't a bartender job, but it was like a warehouse joint in college too at that.
And do you feel like you were more like...
Bruh. I went to work. I think I had to go into work at like 11 o'clock or like 12. And then I was, getting off of work and the sun is coming up. And I'm like in college. I'm like, I got class at 1. Yo, I don't like that life, bro. That felt so. I worked for like a week, and I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna just find other ways to make.
But
money.
I was so used to that. The bar closing at like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and then you gotta close up, so that takes another hour.
Right.
So by the time I'm getting home, you hear chip, cricket, and I was just so used to it because I got to sleep in till like 2 the next day.
Yeah,
so
but that's
cool
a good thing. But I mean. And that's what it is. Like, as far as my job now, we do get to work from home. But normally I would go in at 1 o'clock. And then it worked out perfect because I got all day to kind of like rest and kind of get my energy back or whatever. But I don't know what it is. I feel like, you know what it we laid off mad people. Like, we used to have like 30, 40-something people as, staff people. But now it's only like 15 of us. And we get mad cases.
So that's why you got
mad cases. I got like 10 cases last week. It's crazy. But
not
to rant. but I definitely got to shout myself out. Yo, I just got certified as a behavioral assistant.
Ooh, shout out to you. Before you keep going, the people are saying they can't hear us, Marv. The people on YouTube are saying they can't hear us. So if you could just crank us up a little bit. I don't know what's going on, but they said they can't hear us. Well, congratulations
I appreciate
to you.
it, man. I appreciate it, yo. I did that. I had to get some liability insurance because, you know what I mean? You never know what these kids going to do. You might want to take them to the park and them jokers hop out your car.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm free.
Word is born. Word is born. Sorry, wild as shit. So, but no, it's good, you know. And I plan to LLC that joint. So look out for the kid. Look out for the kid.
Yes. Shout out to Black John Brown if you'd like to be professional.
John Brown, you know what I'm saying? Friends call me Black. You feel me? But how was your week? Yeah, how's it been going?
You know, I've been, my week was good. I'm not even about to act like I was tripping. My week was good. Like you said, though, it's stressful. I need a vacation. I need a vacation. It is time. I need to just relax in a bed, on the beach, in the sun, in some water, in something besides at my desk, clacking away. So I do need a vacation. But while we're on the subject of Mother's Day, not to get too deep, not to get too personal, but it's kind of conflicting for me since I had a conversation with a friend because me and my mom aren't close. We're not close at all. And I
can talk about it outside of this when you go to John Brown's counseling chair. Proceed.
You got a business card?
I got a business card for Rutgers for my 9 to 5. I could sign it over. Like, have your people call my people.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. They said they couldn't hear. But no, yeah. So I do. I don't.
It's okay.
I was gonna say I don't want to sound like a jerk. So maybe you can hear me out. Advice with Jay for a second.
There we go. I like that. Advice with Black. You feel me?
So
Black advice.
We're not close.
Black's advice.
And it is Mother's Day. And I know that without her, I would not be here. I know that, guys. Don't think I'm not a mother lover. Like
a mother lover.
I'm a mother lover.
Mother loving
I love all the mothers.
Right.
It's just that for some reason, I don't feel the need to acknowledge Mother's Day with my mother. Like, I don't think it's going to do anything beneficial for the both of us. And I think the awkward text message or the awkward phone call could just be skipped. It could be skipped for the year because it's not going to do anything for me or her.
And for the year?
Like, well, I mean, Mother's Day only comes around once a year.
Right. Okay. Continue.
So, So I know people were like, what? It's your mom. Make sure you say something, even if it's not. Just do it for her. Like, there's a lot of things she could have just done for me, and she didn't. So it's like, why even bother with the Happy Mother's Day, with the 3 measly words? Like,
well, let me ask you this, right?
Okay, go ahead and ask me.
And this is probably, I'm going to just cut to it. And this is kind of go to extreme, but basically I'm going to ask this. God forbid anything happened to your mom to where, you know, she left this earth. How would you be feeling? Would you feel any regrets? Would you feel any like, oh, what shoulda, woulda, couldas? And it's hard to say now because obviously she's still living. But
I was going to say, I get that question a lot. And it is hard to say because I'm not in the position. But honestly, honest to God, truthfully, it's hard to say, but I think I'll be all right. Like, I think I'll be all right.
Okay.
See, why you gotta throw fuel to the flame, Marv? Why you gotta throw fuel to the flame?
I'm not one, and I get a lot of cases, and I would say like this, but I get a lot of cases where I have to be devil's advocate, right? I have to hear both sides of the story. I can't be biased. I can't go into like, oh, you should do this. I can't. I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what the dynamic is with you and your mom. Obviously, I can be biased because I do have a good relationship with my mom, and I grew up with my mom and yada yada. But I would say,
without being biased,
if you can look back at your life and see like, yo, you know, the things that maybe you didn't like, the things that were, if you considered cruel or abusive or neglectful, you have to, you know what I mean? You know what, you talk to me afterwards, but I feel like if it warrants that type of feelings now, then I get it. I can't be like, yo, well, do it anyway. But I the counselor in me wants to say, just work it out, yo. Like, did you ever express to your mom that you got
multiple times? And what's crazy is I do want. Why don't you let the people know what shirt you're wearing?
Well, you know
I'm
what?
just
I was
looking
trying
at you
I'm
right
getting
now.
hot. Yo.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Carlito.
I saw. I was like,
these damn lights again.
He a little spicy right now. He a little spicy.
Yo, where my paper towels at, bro? I had the joints right in front of me.
You're gonna have to use the sleeves
I'm
today.
gonna use my. Dang it. I'm professional. Don't mean I don't know something about the hood.
But no, I was just gonna say, like, it's not that I don't want her in my life. She's my mom. At the end of the day, I would love for her to be in my life. But
so there you go. I don't mean to cut you off, but that's the contradiction right there. If you want her to be in your life, then somebody gotta do something. And to be fair, because I know you, so I'm gonna ask you this:
do you?
Does your mom? I know you a little bit. I know you a little bit. We get to know each other a little bit more and more.
Okay.
Well, look, does your mom ever reach out to you?
No.
She never reaches out to you.
Unless she needs something. But no. Listen, I'm not stunting. You can ask all of my best friends. They know for a fact. Like, they know what it is. And
all right, because I thought she hit you up not too long ago.
Did I say this?
I mean, she hit me up. So,
I'm a little lost. I'm a little
Marvin
lost.
ain't tell me, so I mean, I'm just saying. But I think you want to. I mean, you kind of just said it. Like, you would love for her to be in your life, but I feel like, people. It's hard for people to not to say sorry, but to kind of be the first one to be like, yo,
2004.
Right. Whatever happened in 2004, you need to talk about it. like, you need to bring it up. Those of was it Ruben Studdard? Was that?
Yeah.
Those of Ruben Studdard.
Shout out to Ruben Studdard.
Let Ruben Studdard talk for you. I don't know, but I think just me personally, just with people in life, when people got you was brought into this world by your mom, and I know me personally, I want to right all the wrongs I could before people pass. And before I pass.
Very true.
So, I mean, why not? If it doesn't work, then, hey, at least you can say, yo, I tried. This may be the 50th time, but, hey.
Very true.
Like, it's what it is.
We'll see when Mother's Day comes around. But thanks for the Black Thoughts.
I
It was
got you.
a mix of advice with Ian and Black
Yeah,
Thoughts.
that's cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was your Black Thoughts.
Right,
for
there
this
you
evening.
go.
And guys, I don't know why you can't hear us on YouTube. Maybe turn the volume up, but it's working on our side. So maybe there's a miscommunication on this side. Sorry though. Sorry.
Is it working? I know we got a little audience in here today. Is it working, audience? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Somebody ain't paid their electricity bill this month.
So we're gonna switch right on over to what's the word,
Word.
and we're gonna let y'all know what's happening. What's happening?
Yo, first things first. Yo, speaking of people passing, yo.
Ooh,
Yo.
not another black.
No.
Okay.
Thank God.
Thank
Not
the
that I
Lord.
know of. Not that I know of, right?
Okay.
But there's a graveyard, a cemetery, and it's kind of bordering Hillside and Elizabeth.
I did hear that. Go ahead, continue.
Yo, there's been people digging up dead bodies from the graveyard, digging down extra space, like digging like an extra 6 foot under, putting whoever they want down there, and then putting the bodies back. But there's basically like disrupting the dead, yo. Like
So what, they take out the body?
Yo, they'll take out. So boom, like my grandmother's in that park, yo. It's that park. My grandmother's in that graveyard, right? So like, what I'm thinking of, they basically dug her grave up, right? Took her out, and then dug down some more, dug a little bit deeper, so that they could put their whoever family members, whatever down there, gold, pirates, booty, I don't know.
Wait, pause before you continue with the process. Don't, when they're burying someone, and if they want to see it, people have to stand there to see like the grave go down into. So then where are they holding the other body that they just dug up? Do they sneak it back into the whatever that thing is called?
Nah, they put it back in after they dig the extra space.
Oh, they put the first body first.
Right, they put the first body
put the
because
newer
it's deeper.
body on top.
Right, and they do that just period. Like
wild,
right,
yo.
they do that. I know some people. So like grandparents, if it's like a grandfather, grandmother, maybe they want to be buried together, so they'll bury them in the same plot, but they'll just dig like 12 feet so they could fit both of them.
You know what? And I wouldn't even mind that. I wouldn't even mind somebody being buried on top of me or buried below me that I didn't know. But you better give my But you better give my family half the price.
Yo,
like
I wouldn't like that.
Really? You're dead. You're gone. It's your bones.
I don't know, yo. That I never thought of it like that. You know what? That's what it is. I never thought of it like that. So I just instantly is like,
it's
no.
Your neighbor. Yeah, it's your next door neighbor.
But what if it ain't? What if somebody I don't know?
It's your neighbor in the ground. It's your neighbor in the ground.
Yeah, but I don't like that.
You don't like that?
I don't like that.
I don't know.
like
I wouldn't
that.
mind that, but I definitely you're not about to charge each family $10,000.
Right.
You better give them $5,500. Like,
Right, and I think that's the thing at the end of the day. So like even if people did that, if it was a stranger, yeah, the funeral home should tell you and ask
like,
you to kind of, you know what I mean, with the
hey,
price.
we'll cut you or this. Make some sort of
but
deal.
I don't like nobody just coming through digging stuff up.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. So who found out?
Yo, I don't know. I don't know who found out. I just know I found out. I know I found out at a barbershop, and I'm like, yo, word. Next thing you know, it's been on social media and everything. So I'm like, yo, I don't know, man. I haven't been
I think
over
a family must have found out. Like a family found out, and they probably.
Yeah, probably most likely. But yeah, I don't know. That was crazy to me.
That's wild. I think we definitely need to talk about all the mandates getting lifted in Jersey, yo.
Word.
Like y'all ready to go buck wild.
And it started today, right?
7th? Yes.
Today's the 7th.
Today is the 7th. It
Day of
started
completion.
today. Shout out to Barcode because that's where everybody going.
Are they? Oh, hold on.
Barcode.
Barcode is the joint in Elizabeth.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I agree. I thought you were saying Barcade. I'm like, oh, well.
No, ain't nobody going to Barcade but me. Ain't nobody going to Barcade.
That sounds like Army.
But to work but me.
Niggas going to Barcade. But nah, niggas definitely going to Barcode. Yo, matter of fact,
they're going to be in the pool.
I'm super black today, bro. Barcode, I heard they don't really be giving us love like that. Us. The black folk.
I picked it up,
I was making sure I didn't
it
burn
didn't
myself.
go over the head.
Indian burn.
What do you mean?
Nah, like I've
They're
heard
not
different
showing us
stories.
love.
Like I remember, okay, so speaking from experience, I remember
Okay.
I went there one time and it was like a Tuesday, Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of the I was gonna say one of the slower days.
I think
but
Tuesdays, I'm sorry to
It was
cut
more
you
late
off.
days, but it was in spring. But
No, Tuesdays were significant or dedicated to, culture night. That's what they called it. And it was for us.
Right. No, but that was in the
okay.
spring. That's what I'm saying. So that was in the spring. But when I went, it was like more so like winter time.
Mm-hmm.
But I went there and it was taking mad long to order a drink. I'm talking about mad like 20 minutes, bro. Like I could have just went to the liquor store. Like, it was crazy. But I've heard some other people have complaints. But I know we've been in there. I had some good times in Barco, so I can't. You know what I mean? It was just a couple times where it's like, I don't think y'all really rock with me like that.
I don't know. Maybe because I'm a girl, I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, because I be getting love. So,
Yeah, that's what's up.
I haven't seen. That's why I keep going because I'm not a fan of terrible service. Once you give me bad service, I'm sorry, but
All right.
I'm not coming back.
I agree.
I'm not
So
coming back.
is there any place that you want to go to that you're thinking of? It sounds like Barcode, but
I really want to go down to the beach, but they're lifting like everything. So let me just tell you,
Right.
because I can't remember, but the indoor capacity increased. So now it went from max 250 people. So 50%, it increased to 50%, but max 250 people can be in personal indoor gatherings. I think political is like an even higher number. Like if it's political, funeral, that's even higher.
Okay.
But if
I didn't know
me and you
funerals
was
were
to
political.
throw a he said, she said party out
word.
in like Bravery Studios.
Right.
200.
Hey, okay. Uh-oh.
Okay.
I was about
Sponsored. Oh, okay. Slow your roll, Kalitos.
Kalitos.
Something in that cup. But yeah, so that increased. Dance floor at private events are now allowable. Outdoor gathering limit increased to 500.
So is the dance floor open now, like for regular events, like Barcode or what's that joint?
The lobby?
Blue L House.
Oh, they
Or
had a
lobby.
dance floor?
Yeah, upstairs. They got a
I
dance floor
never-
upstairs.
Wow, you was out there?
Yeah. Word. Battle, yo. The first time I went there, somebody tried to battle me.
Did you battle them?
Yo, yeah, I did hit him with the day in the whip. Hit him with a little heel toe. Heel toe is my go-to for fatality.
What?
Come on, bro. Who you think won?
Him.
Oh yeah. You should see the other guy. What you talking about? You should see the other guy. I'll rip it.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see your moves.
I got the gun.
Yeah, I see.
Anyways, my favorite part, buffets. Buffets are now open, yo. I've been wanting to go to a buffet forever.
You're hungry as hell.
Yes, currently I am, but buffets are open and it's crazy. Yeah,
It's crazy.
that's my main thing.
Third
Dun, dun,
plates,
dun, dun.
third servings for everybody.
You got to go by each row. That's how I do it. When you go to the buffet and you know how they got their like aisles and lanes, you got to do a plate each aisle and lane, and don't go crazy.
What? You gotta do a what?
A plate for each like row.
Each
so you
row
know how
of
the first row it'd be like noodles, rice, chicken, and like something. You get
first row. I'm
something
about to say normally it's like salad and fruits.
Oh, well, I skipped that. I'm not.
What, bro?
Fruits is at the end. I'm not about to eat fruits before.
Maybe pineapples, but I see what you mean. It's a sweet thing. Maybe that's your dessert or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But no, I will go to that one because they be having seafood sometimes. Like they'll have like
yeah.
cocktail shrimp.
Word.
So I'll do that.
I know y'all love buffets. Y'all grew up off of buffets, yo. Hometown buffet, family buffet.
The one in Elizabeth where Four-Mon Males used to
I used to hit that up. Yep, Chinese buffets.
Favorite.
I used to be all in there like swimwear on Sundays after church. Boy.
All right, maybe we could hold a he said she said
At a
concert
buffet?
at a buffet.
They're gonna go to sleep. They're gonna get the itis. That's the best thing about buffets. You can just get the itis and go to sleep for the rest of the day.
As they're sitting there eating, they'll listen to us.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. That's facts.
Saying.
But yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited, yo. We get to host more events. You know what I'm saying? I definitely was on my hosting tip before the pandemic popped off. So I definitely want to do some things during the summer, some flag football events. Actually, we do have an event that we're going to host.
I was waiting for you to tell
and
the
I
people.
definitely forgot, but I remembered. Yo, Juneteenth is coming up, yo.
Sure is.
There we go.
Sure
Marvin's.
Is. Yeah.
Marvin, I was waiting for it. You're good. That was good. But yo, nah, Juneteenth is coming up, and we definitely going to turn up. And we actually was sought out. Yo, people want us to MC this event.
They do. People want us, guys. Isn't that wonderful? Because why wouldn't they want us? Just saying. But make sure you check it out. Come to the event. In Hillside, we're hosting a Juneteenth event. There's going to be games. There's going to be food. There's going to be music. There's going to be us, y'all.
And it's called Black Magic's. Black Magic's Juneteenth celebration, yo. And they're actually looking for vendors, too. Ooh. So if you're a vendor, yo, you got some shirts, some clothes, some black businesses, yo, pop out. Yo, matter of fact, we should probably reach out to, you know what I mean, some of the businesses that we shouted out and see if they could do something, yo.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. So we got some things popping on.
And shout out to Bravery Studio.
Hey, there you go. Marvin, you in there, bro. You in there. Say no more. It's lit. But yeah, we got a lot of good things popping off, man. And I think a lot of our hard work is definitely, you know, manifesting a lot of good things, yo. And
I completely agree. And you know who else is manifesting good things and doing great things for themselves?
Who's that?
The moms that we have coming up.
Right.
These moms, let me tell you guys, these moms are phenomenal. Yeah. They put their kids to school. They take care of their kids through this pandemic. Right. They are owning side businesses, going to work, being healthcare essentials. Right. These women are fantabulous. Writing books.
Writing books, making clothes. Like you said, having their own side hustles. It's crazy. Like in the middle of a pandemic, it's like, you know, I say this all the time. I used to say this a lot more so when I was around a lot more people. Mm-hmm. But yo, I tip my hat to mothers, yo. Yes. Definitely black moms, because you know, a lot of times it's really just them in the home. But I say y'all, you're not a mom yet, but they do everything, yo. They do a lot of things, yo. So shout out to y'all black moms, man. We got so much love for y'all. Yo.
And so just to give a quick intro to the black moms that we do have.
Right.
Well, why don't you start with the two ladies and
Word. So I got two of my, I won't say favorite people, two of my homegirls, man. One person I met at my 9 to 5, yo, and she was just so like strong, yo. She spoke with conviction. You know what I'm saying? She's a little Southern belle, so she got a little New Orleans swag to her. But yo, I have so much respect for her. She did a lot of big things during this pandemic. Speaking of side hustles, I'm gonna let her go into depth about it some more. But she wrote a book, yo, and I'm like, yo, that's freaking dope. Like, that's freaking dope. And it's a book for our people.
Word.
So shout out to her, yo. My homegirl, D'Amica. She's going to be coming on her soon. And my girl, Jess, man. My girl, Jess from high school. She's not black, but she's Brazilian. So shout out to her as well. She's a mom. And I think I shouted her out before. She's actually helping me go through the phases of getting a home, try to do this first home buyers thing. So she's walking me through the process, what things I need and what things I don't need. And she's a mom. She's taking care of kids. She does a side hustle. She's really a power couple. Her husband does contracting, I believe. Yo, so it's dope, man. I can't wait to chop it up with them and get some insight about being a mom.
Okay, awesome. And I've also got two lovely ladies. Not only are they lovely, but they're also really dear friends of mine. First up, I have Veronica Eric. She is a healthcare essential, yo. She was putting in work all throughout COVID, yo. And God blessed her because she had to still come home to her 2 children, her husband, and she just does a phenomenal job, and
Word.
she's very smart. She'll drop jewels for us. You know what? She was Nurse V on one of our shows.
I know. Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
I know.
I don't know if you remember.
I know exactly
But
who she
Nurse
was.
V is joining us today, and our second lovely lady is Jaleesa McEachin.
Yeah.
She has the love, and
Yo.
if you guys didn't know, she has a podcast
Word.
with Bravery Studios.
Right.
It's called Us on the Daily, but she's
Mm-hmm.
also a mom of a beautiful 3-year-old. She is also owner of Shop Miracle K.
Mm-hmm.
And she also made these lovely shirts
I was
that
about
you
to
see
say,
us on
word.
with now.
She definitely made the shirt. So
So-
shout out to Jaleesa.
Yeah, shout out to Jaleesa, man. Definitely shout out to her. So I think without further ado,
Right.
we should welcome these lovely ladies to the show.
What's up, mamas? Mom.
Hello,
Hey.
ladies. Hello.
Yeah.
How we doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Good. It's so nice
Word,
to see all
yo.
the beautiful faces.
Look at
we
y'all,
have
yo.
here.
I was trying to get out. I'm about to hug the TV. Like, ah.
I could feel the love.
Word.
I could feel it.
And we already gave y'all a little introduction, yo. So if y'all could kind of tell us a little bit about yourselves, maybe I don't know how you want to.
We could do
organize
Jessica.
It.
How about we start
Right.
with you?
Yes, thank you so much for having me on, guys. I'm loving
Thank
your
you.
show. I haven't known about it for long. John told me about it, but
Right.
I've definitely been following it. So love the content, good stuff. No, seriously. And
Tell us what you do, Jess. What's your business? What you do? How many kids you got?
oh my God, so that's the main business, right? That's my main job.
Yup.
I started young. I have 2 little girls. I'm 30 now.
Mm.
I went to school with John, so
Yeah.
yeah, I met my husband. I was just about to turn 19, was not looking to settle down at all. But things happen and God works in mysterious ways. We've been together. Next week is gonna be 11 years now.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all, yo.
Shout out to you guys.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
It's not easy though. It's not easy. It's
She let
Word.
that
We're
know
I fight
first.
for it every day.
We're definitely going to
Definitely.
get into all that juiciness. We're
Right.
definitely going to get into it all. Jaleesa, why don't you give us a little introduction?
Can you guys hear me?
We
Yes,
can
we can hear you.
now.
I know you guys wondering why am I dressed like this.
Go ahead, tell us.
Go ahead and
No,
explain.
but I am a mom, so I let my daughter dress me. I said, Miracle, I have an interview to do. So she said, why don't you wear this? Why don't you wear this? No, I'm not a doctor. No, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but I do work in a pharmacy. I'm a farm technician. I'm currently in school to be a sonograph technician. And, I'm a full-time mom. I have a full-time business, which is Shop Miracle K. It's a mommy and me boutique. I have a podcast as well called Us on the Daily.
Yes, you
It's
do.
with
Shout out
me
to y'all.
And my daughter's father.
I'm about to say,
His
shout
name
out.
is
Go ahead,
Terrence P. Too
shout
Funny. So shout out to him
out to that baby daddy.
for always just, being supportive for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was nice to join you ladies
Oh, dope.
and see all the other mothers here.
Right.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you for being here, yo. Thank you for being here.
Do you
Jamaica.
like my outfit, John?
Yo,
John will talk about your outfit later. Damika,
I love it. I love it.
go ahead and introduce yourself, Damika.
Hi everyone, it's nice to meet you guys. I know you guys wanted me to tell a little bit about my background. So, I'm the New Orleans person that he, spoke about. New Orleans. But I have a background in social services. I dealt with children and adolescents that were in need of crisis intervention. But now I'm venturing off into something for myself, which is my own company called For Little Black Girls.
Yeah.
I have two little black girls. So I wrote my first book. It's published. It's called Little Black Girls, Big Big World. So you guys, check us out whenever you get a chance.
That's lit,
Shout out to you.
Look at that beautiful black hair.
And I'm 33 years old. So
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
Y'all look like y'all
God bless.
25.
Word.
Yo.
We look like we're talking to adolescents
Word,
right now.
man. Dang.
And lastly, we have the lovely Nurse V joining us. V, why don't you give us a little introduction?
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Happy
hey.
Mother's Day.
Oh,
Happy
yeah.
Mother's Day. Yes.
My name's Veronica. I'm a nurse. I'm also in school to further my healthcare career. I have 2 beautiful little girls. who drive me crazy, but I wouldn't have it any other way. And that's pretty much it. I'm kind of simple.
Okay,
Nice,
okay.
nice. Thank you for being here, V. We appreciate you, Nurse V.
Okay, so we're gonna ask you guys. You can feel to put in your little input, but we're gonna direct the questions just so it won't overlap. But I want to know all and everything and all the juicy stuff. So, ladies, do not hold back. Okay, let the world know. Let me know, cause I don't have any kids right now, so I'm looking to y'all for all the help that when God blesses me with a child, you can give me some advice. Okay, so let's see, D'Amica, I'll start off with you. How did you feel when you knew you were going to be a mom?
Honestly, I was extremely excited. It was no nervousness or anything from me. I came from a 2-parent family with a lot of siblings. So, and a lot of nieces and nephews because I'm the younger one. So it was almost as if I felt as if, it's something that was going to happen. It came natural to me. So I wasn't fearful. I walked into it with my head ready, like, okay, what do I need to know? What do I need to find out? How is this going to go? How's my first trimester, second trimester? I wanted to know how everything was going to be. So I was eager, ready, excited even. And that was 10 years ago. I have a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old.
Oh,
So.
wow. God
2 beautiful
bless.
kids,
God
too.
bless.
Oh, man.
And Jess, you look like you're in agreement. Do you feel the same way? Could you relate? Muted. Unmute, Jess.
My bad.
You're good.
No, I was just listening to her, and I can relate. But for me, it was like my husband and I always said, "So you want to have a kid?" Sure. And like 5 minutes later, I was pregnant. So I wasn't like ready. I was like, okay,
word.
We're ready.
It's in there. It has to come out somehow, and that's the first thing. And then, but I think all the moms on here will agree. The love, it just comes instantly.
Yeah.
You instantly like fall in love. You're like, I can't believe this is happening, and it's a dream come true. I mean, and it wasn't even a dream of mine, but it became one. And you're like, wow, it's amazing.
True.
That's dope. And I wanted to ask that too, because I was curious if there was anything that changed you woman as just a person, just like whether it was your mindset or any like myth that was out there that kind of was like fearful for you guys. Was there anything that changed once you became a mom? Did you start like moving different or thinking different? Jaleesa, you can answer, and then Veronica.
I don't think too much change. However, like my ambition just like skyrocketed. So it was more so for me, it was like, I got to do it. Everything I do now is like, I got to do it for her. Like I just put her first. So that's just how it is for me. I always had love in my heart. So it's not like, I love or anything like that changed because I always had love in my heart. And I mean, I didn't have like my mom or my dad in my life growing up. However, that molded me to be a better mom and to always stay focused and put her first. So, yeah.
Dope.
Veronica, how you feeling?
I agree. When I was young and, I was kind of the knuck if you buck type of girl. You say one thing to me and, I was
ready to throw them hands.
Feeling froggy.
Okay, I was making sure. I'm like, I don't know what that means, V. I'm going to let V say it. Yeah, oh, shit.
Life humbled me. I had a scary experience to a point where they pretty much told me I would never have children. And then I got pregnant with my miracle Mona, and that, brought me down dramatically, and I just have more patience and more understanding, and I let people, talk before I jump now. But it's definitely a humbling experience. It's something that I'm very blessed, to have 2 beautiful little girls, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
So Veronica, while you're still speaking, can I ask you, do you think you were prepared for motherhood? Like when you knew you were pregnant and then Mona popped out, do you think you were there like, I got this, like I'm gonna rule this, I'm gonna be the best mom ever?
Yes and no.
Okay.
When I found out I was pregnant, I was like, oh shit, I have to care for somebody other than myself.
Yeah.
But then as time progressed, I was just like, you know what? I got this. I can do this. This is, I have my village. This is going to be one of the best experiences of my life. And here's one.
Ah.
Hi,
Zola. What's up, mama? What's up, little mama?
If you guys didn't know, that's my goddaughter Zola, looking as beautiful as ever.
And then, it's a blessing. That's all I can really say. They're just blessings, and I wouldn't change it. So here's my other one.
What's up, MJ?
Hi, MJ. Tamika, what about you? Do you think you were ready for motherhood?
I think I have two different experiences. My children are 18 months apart, which is, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
No. What does that mean? What does that mean when you say Because for the guys who don't know,
close. That's
that very is really close.
Okay, yeah, me and my sister are pretty close. We're like 14 apart. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I may have been, prepared and thought I had everything. I knew everything, with the first baby, but then I got pregnant again, and it was like, okay, now what the hell are we doing now?
Yeah.
This is coming at me a little bit too quickly. So I don't think for the second one I was prepared, but I dove into it. I did what needed to be done, and I think from that it taught me that you're not going to have all the answers right away. You're going to have to figure some shit out as you go. So that was the lesson I took, from that. I can figure anything out, It's not anything that's going to come in my way that I'm not going to be able to handle. So I think for that, from my situation with my children, it just taught me that I can always put one foot in front of the other and keep moving, keep it going. The house is not going to crumble. Nothing's going to fall down. I'm still going to be able to manage.
And I completely agree with that. Not saying that I'm a mother or anything, but when a woman can put her mind to something, she's taking over the world, yo. She's conquering the world. So I could only imagine with children, it's like, all right, well, I'm not ready for this, but here we go. Yeah.
Like, and that's a life lesson too. Like even with this podcast, people gotta just kind of. I didn't know what I was doing. You kind of just got to start and do what you got to do, and you figure it out later. Exactly. But and I'm happy you said that, Damika, because that's one of the reasons why I really wanted you on the podcast, because you're very inspirational. You're very you're goal oriented, and like you said, once you have you're not gonna tumble, you're not gonna fall. Can you share, and the rest of the women too, the moms can as well after you, but can you kind of give us any type of insight on how you're able to balance out being a mom, and then how you put your energy into creating this book and publishing a book?
Well, honestly, it's trial and error. Sometimes you give too much energy into one thing and not enough into the other. So I think trial and error has allowed me to say, okay, well, this is what my priority is. This is where my focus has to be. Everything else will come secondary. My children have never been anything else other than first for me. And for me personally, I feel like I was only that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Only a
so
mom.
I kind of neglected, who I was, maybe what I wanted, because I wanted to be the star mom. That was everything to me. It still is, but I've learned that I can have, my own personal things going on as well. And as far as becoming an author, that is for my children. I want them to see something different. I want them to see a Black woman that was able to create her own business, come up with something that she, wanted to do. It came because my children need books. Exactly. They need books with representation of someone that looks like them. We don't live in an area where it's a high African-American presence. So we're going to create our own. And you're going to know, and you're going to learn from this, that this is also something that you can do. So for me, it's always been, put them first, and everything else is going to fall into place.
Definitely. And I feel like you all could relate, but definitely Jess and Jaleesa, who also have their own like side hustle. Do you think like being a mom interferes, well, all of you, being a mom interferes with your career? Like John said, how do you strategize it? How do you go about it? Either or.
Jess, you go. It makes you.
Yeah. For me, I do mortgages, right? So I work with families most of the time, and
me.
working around. But like she said, it's true. when you put your family first, you put God first. For me, it's God first, and then I put my family. Everything else just falls in place, and every day is a hustle. Just have to take it day by day. Yesterday, I was at a meeting, and my kid didn't come home from the bus. Never showed up. So my husband happened to be in the area. My sister called. She's like, where's Crystal? So I'm like, I couldn't breathe. I was like, what's going on? Where's my kid? And so we have these little scares, and you just push through, and you just take it day by day. It's definitely hard. Having the job that I have, working from home, is really a blessing, because I know so many moms, friends of mine, family that don't have the opportunity to do that. So I feel very blessed to be able to do something I love and be able to take care of my family, because at the end of the day, it's all for them.
True.
But I wasn't always in this position. So, I've had the 9 to 5 when I had them, and right now they're 5 and 7. Oh, wow. So it's definitely difficult, but, women, you guys said it best. We've pushed through. We find the strength somewhere, and we take it day by day. We stay positive, and we keep growing, because we all have ambition, and we all want to grow. And ultimately, it's for them to show them that they can do it as well.
I completely agree. Jaleesa, did you want to touch on that?
No, I feel like they said everything.
True.
Like everything, I feel the exact same way. And a lot of people, like she just said, I work from home as well. So it's a little easier to be able to be home with your child, 24/7. But I'm with my daughter all the time, and I'm able to multitask and do different things. Did I cut off?
No, we still hear you.
You're good.
Oh, okay. I'm able to multitask and do different things just because I'm home. And, like everyone said, we do everything we do on a daily basis is for our kids. And that's what people fail to realize when you do become a mother, how strong you have to be. And so with that, you just take it and keep moving forward.
True. Jaleesa, while you're still talking, I just recently watched your episode yesterday, and I know how Terrence wanted to point out how fathers don't get much for Father's Day and this, and that. And he was going off on a tangent on a Mother's Day show. So tell me, do you believe in the stigma or not believe? Do you agree or disagree with the stigma that men just don't do as much fathers don't do as much as mothers when it comes to their children?
Well, I believe as mothers, we are nurturers by nature. Mm-hmm. And so that's what it is. Fathers are disciplinarians and things like that. So I just feel like when it comes to having kids and stuff like that, they tend to lean more to their mothers. Mm. So of course a father won't be able to do as much as a mother would. Now, I don't know if you guys seen the little challenge that's going on where you have the mother and the father, and they're holding the child's hand, and they let go and they run. Most of those challenges, you see the kids running towards the mother. They do. And it's not because the kids see the mother more, because most of the times you have both mother and father in the house now, I feel like. And so I just feel like it comes natural for a mother just to have that love and share that love. And the kids just feel that. They just feel it differently. It's just a different love that you have with your mother, and it's a different love you have with your father.
Now, I definitely love the fact when I asked that question, all my ladies were like, yeah, waiting for Jaleesa to.
Right. They can all speak on it. All speak on it. Right. So who else?
I was gonna say. So who agrees? If anyone does, with the stigma that fathers don't do as much as
or just give it an important view. They may not necessarily agree.
No,
but
it could be in order. So if agree, why not? And then disagree.
Anybody else agree?
I agree.
I agree.
All of them.
We all agree.
So Veronica, why don't you say why? Why do you think so?
First, let me say, baby, I love you. You're the best father ever.
There you go.
You're an amazing husband.
Active dad. There you go. Talk about it.
But just like Jaleesa said, we are the nurturers. We want to do everything hands-on, and in a way, I want to say that we bring the burden onto ourselves because we want things done a certain way. And when they try to do it, you're just like, you know what, just go sit. So from the beginning, we started that stigma.
That's major.
But as they get older, you know, you can start helping, you know, pick up the toys off the floor, put a load of laundry in there, you know, they're not undressed anymore. They take Tide like us. But, definitely, I mean, moms do a lot more. There's like the housework, the cooking, you know, baths, hair, getting stuff ready for school, the teacher gifts or, you know, holiday presents for the class. You know, the dads don't think of that stuff.
True. But, I could definitely see that.
But definitely, I definitely feel like moms do a lot more. Definitely. But baby, I love you.
And I think that was good. I think you touched on a good point that they try. Men try. They just for whatever reason, the moms just want them to do it a certain way. And 9 times out of 10, it's probably the right way. But at the same time, the effort is there. Because, you know, I definitely like the background to it of men aren't just sitting on the couch drinking beers and eating burgers and watching the Giants play. Why you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Giants.
Yeah, shout out to the Giants. But it's an attempt that they're trying to help out, but they just, you know, sometimes people don't really like the way they want to help out. Jess, D'Amica, you got anything?
A little short.
Whatever.
I agree with everything she said. I think a lot of it we put on ourselves, like she said, because, you know, from birth, it's okay, this is how it has to be done. I mean, sometimes, you know, we've done research on this stuff. We've read books on it. And I don't, you know, most men are actually sitting there getting emails about what to expect when you're pregnant. So we prepare more, we're ready for this. So I think that when the time comes and your spouse, your partner is like, okay, well, let me do this. I'm like, okay, well, what did you read on it?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I could
like,
see that.
I got it. If I need help, you know, I'll tell you. But like I said, it's a precedent that we set. And once they begin to get older, it does sometimes become a bit frustrating because sometimes you'll see it as, well, you're not helping. But then I also, well, for me, I'll, you know, sometimes feel like, well, you're not helping, but it's like, okay, if you did it, I'm going to go over it anyway, and I'm going to fix something because it's not the exact way that I would do it. But I have been blessed with a partner that will, you know, come in and, you know, take over sometimes if he feels like, okay, well, maybe you need a break, you know, maybe, you know, you could take a step.
God bless, girl.
But sometimes I don't take it. So I'm still like, okay, well, you know, I'll do it though. It's okay, you know, but I do think that it's because we're nurturers. So,
Jess, did you want to speak on it?
Yeah, real quick. I mean, I feel like every family dynamic is a little bit different. You know, we all have met different kinds of mindsets, men, women, moms, single dads, and everything. I think everyone wants to do the right thing. It just so happens, in my perspective, I feel like sometimes when something happens that's not so great, blame the mom. So I think moms subconsciously have like this need to make sure that everything is done a certain way, and make sure that everything is, you know, properly taken care of. You care about how like your kid looks when she goes to school, especially girls, you know, you want to make sure they're nice and tidy and everything. And, you know, like V said, the gifts for the holidays, my husband would never think of that. Never. A lot of the responsibility is ours. Like when I mentioned to him, he's like, what?
These ain't my kids.
Well, he also didn't grow up here, so it's a different tradition. But, you know, I think in men in general.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
But and you touched on a good point. And like I said, I know all of you guys, and you all have baby girls, right? You all have girls. So would there be a difference? Maybe
wait,
if you
not a single guy, not a single boy.
There's no boys. It's all girls.
Oh wow!
All right. So if you guys did have a boy, or one of you did have a boy, would there be any like, okay, maybe you could help out some more? Maybe you'll let him kind of steer the ship when it comes to caring for the boy, or is that like a certain age? Because V, you did mention like when they get a little bit older, you'll let the father kind of not interfere, but kind of care more for the child. But will there be any difference with a male? Anybody can answer if they want.
Well, actually, D'Amica, answer for it because I think you have the oldest kids. I think you said your kid's 10.
10, yeah.
So
10 and
yeah, how do you feel about that?
10 and 8.
10 and 8.
How do I feel about if I had a son? I do think that I would expect a bit more. I think maybe infancy and toddler age, it will most likely probably be me. But I think further along, I would probably want him to intervene a lot sooner, as opposed to if it was girls, because with my daughters, it's, you know, the hair, the bathing, the homework, and they're into girly things. So some of those things I wouldn't expect him to do, even though, you know, they can paint his nails and, you know, he won't care. But with a boy, okay, you need to take him out and do some sports. Like, you need to do, you know, certain things. I would want my son to learn, you know, directly from him. I would want him to see, you know, his father being a man and stepping up and, you know, taking the trash out and working, fixing a car or something, whatever it is. I would want him to see, you know, manly things from a man more than my daughters are always sitting under me. So I think it would be different if I had a son.
True. So I have a quick question. I see you all shaking in agreement, so I'm just going to assume we agree with what Damika said. But I need this advice as a woman who has never given birth and who has never, I don't even think I've watched a video. Can you guys be upfront and real with me about giving birth? How crazy was it? How bad was it? How good was it? Drastic? Okay, I'm gonna go with Jaleesa first because her hand dropped, yo. Her head dropped. So please tell me your experience with giving birth.
So for me, I'm sorry, my big father is just right here being annoying.
Yeah, shout out to that black dad back there in the back. Yeah. Shout out to that. What'd he say? Shout out to you, black man. Black dad.
Shout out to y'all, yeah.
Woo!
Go ahead, pop it the frame, yo.
No, go ahead, let her answer her question.
No, so for me, I see everyone here has 2 kids, which is beautiful. I don't think that I will have any kids anymore. Like, I'm done.
It's a wrap.
One and done for me, because birth for me wasn't good. Like, I had to like take off work. I couldn't stand. And I know we talked about like, you know, the girls' fathers and things like that. But my big father, he's like my daughter's father. He's really good. Like, he made sure that, like, you know, I didn't have to walk too much. I didn't get up. Like, he would get upset, and he is the type of dad who reads things, but he doesn't read to understand. So I feel like when it comes to fathers, they don't read to understand. So they may read something and on Google and say, oh yeah, you're gonna die if you do this. So it's just like, I don't feel like they read to understand. And when I was pregnant, I had so many complications, I just wouldn't do it again. And also in the delivery room, I was in labor for 24 hours. Ooh. And I wasn't able to drink anything. So when it did come time for me to push, my mouth was dry and I just gave up. I'm like, I can't do this no more. I was just like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. My daughter's head was right there.
I'm about to pass out.
Squirming in my seat right now.
My daughter's father was yelling at me so much, like, if you don't push, he's right there. And I'm like, no, I cannot breathe. It was so.
He was there. He was in the delivery room.
Yeah, he was there. He had my leg in my hand, and he was there.
Leg in the hand.
Spreading her
it
out.
Was just, I couldn't drink any liquid because of the complications that I had to get my cervix tied and things like that. It's just something that I would not do again.
Jess, do you think
kudos to everybody that have 2 kids?
Yeah, he's like, I'm good.
Yes.
Like, I'm good.
Jess, do you think your giving birth experience was as traumatizing?
All I'm gonna say is, if you're gonna have a kid, I hope you like surprises, because it never happens the way, or for most people, it never happens the way you expect it. And for me, I was like, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna push that kid out, and I'm gonna be fine. And it turns out the bone structure and everything didn't work out, and I unfortunately wasn't able to have natural. So, you know, both my kids were C-sections. I'm proud to say I still feel like a strong mama. A lot of people judge
as
that.
As you are.
Heck yeah, shoot.
A whole body came out of you. Just a whole body came out of you.
I tip my hat,
how they come out.
Exactly.
Shoot, dope me up, knock me out. The heck?
Recovery for everyone is different. If you happen to go that route, don't be scared. I was a mess in the delivery room. I was like, you're not cutting me. There's no way. This kid is gonna come out. I don't want no medication. I just want it out.
You strong.
And they're like, no, you can't. She's not coming out. I'm like, God damn it. So the needle sucks in the back. it sucks. But you know, at the end, all you could think about is that kid's safety. And for me, with my first kid, she was, you know, she was in distress. So I just wanted her to be safe and healthy, and recovery was fine for me. I have friends that, you know, were hard, but if you happen to go that route, or, you know, don't be scared. You're just push through and be strong and think about your baby and you'll be fine.
True. V, how are you feeling? How's your, I'm holding my back because I feel like a baby about to pop out. V, how are you feeling?
I agree with Jess. It's definitely an experience, but you know, with my first, I had no idea I was in labor. I was in nursing school at the time. I went to class. I was in middle class having contractions. I was like, oh, I guess these are Braxton Hicks. I'm already a week and a half late, not, you know, thinking, oh, hey, this could be the real deal. So I drive myself home, get a 4 for 4. My husband's about to go play basketball. And then I stand up. I'm like, oh, guess we got to go to the hospital.
Oh,
7 centimeters dilated already. And I'm starting to push, but God didn't bless me with childbearing hips. So, you know, Mona started getting into distress. So C-section it was for both my girls as well.
Okay, but, like I said, it don't matter because a baby came out of you. Yo.
If men had big babies, bro, we would not be having sex as much as we would.
Oh God, I don't care if that baby came out your mouth or your booty hole. Like that baby came out of you. So kudos to you. Yo.
Shout out to you.
And then D'Amica, why don't you tell us how was your giving birth experience?
Well, guys, everyone's experience is different. Mine was actually really easy. My pregnancies were easy. My deliveries were easy. It was like 5 hours tops. They made me nap for maybe like the first 2 hours. I did, you know, have an epidural. So I didn't feel anything at all with my first daughter. I didn't feel any pain, any contractions. My water broke, which is what made us go to the hospital, but I didn't feel anything. I couldn't feel myself pushing when it was time for me to push because of the epidural with my first daughter. With my second daughter, the epidural was administered differently. So it was, you know, you were able to control how much medication they were giving to you. So I was scared to push it because I'm like, you know, well, I don't want my child to have drugs in her system. So, you know, I'm nervous about pushing it. So I felt a lot more pressure and everything the second time around, but I had easy delivery, so I don't have any.
Well, God bless.
Oh, word, dang, shout out to you.
Word, exactly.
Word. But I did do some research. I did have that question about postpartum, and I know it could be like, you know, it's kind of personal, but at the same time, you know, it's pretty frequent. And I thought it was just a thing with mothers, but there's a thing called postpartum with fathers as well.
I could see it.
And it's basically just the feelings of being overwhelmed, being anxiety, being anxious. Being stressed out, at the same time being happy, being excited, you want them to care for your child. And sometimes it could only last for like 2 weeks. Sometimes anything longer, I think they call it postpartum psychosis. But it's fathers and mothers. So I'm curious to you guys, if you guys want to share, if you ladies want to share, was there any type of postpartum depression or any type of postpartum symptoms?
And I don't want to rush anyone, but just keep in mind we don't have much time, but I do want to hear everyone's responses if they have something to say.
I never personally experienced postpartum depression, but working in the healthcare system, I've definitely seen mothers with postpartum depression, and it's such a scary and sad experience. It's a scary and sad experience because I see a mother who is in love with her son or daughter, and they don't have enough courage to feed their child because they don't have that connection with them, but they know that it's their child and they love them. But it's hard to put into words unless you experience it yourself or you see it. It's just a sad, you know, illness. And I don't wish that on anybody.
True.
Well, thanks for sharing.
Ladies, did anyone else want to share?
I've never experienced postpartum depression, and I have so much compassion for anyone that has. I was encouraged during my pregnancies that once my children were born, make sure I'm opening up the windows, make sure I'm, you know, letting air inside, just little things like that to try to help you throughout that transition. But with my second pregnancy, like I mentioned before, my children are 18 months apart. So once I had my 9-month-old is when I'm pregnant. So it took me a while to connect to my second pregnancy. My first pregnancy, I was in as soon as I found out. I'm excited. My second pregnancy, I didn't want to take a pregnancy test because I felt like I had already known. And even like feeling the baby move, I was kind of like, oh, like, it was hard for me to connect until, time passed on. Luckily for me, I was able to connect before my child was born, but some people aren't, some people don't. It's just something to be mindful of. Everyone's story is different, and just to make sure that we're encouraging other women and as many women as we can that things will get better, and it can get better. So
definitely.
Thank you for sharing.
Ladies, before we let you go, I definitely want you guys to not introduce, I guess, outroduce yourselves once more. Let everyone know who you are, your business, where to contact you. Yep. If they have any questions or anything, or if they liked what you said today and wanted to reach out to you personally, where could they reach out? All right. So I'll definitely start with Jess at the top, Veronica, Jaleesa, and then we'll end with Tamika. So Jess, why don't you go ahead?
Yes, thank you again for having me. This is such an important subject. Happy Mother's Day to everyone out there, to you ladies. And so like I mentioned before, I do mortgages. So anyone who's looking to buy a house, refinance, mortgage professionals do so much more than just get you a loan. They help you, build your credit or fix your credit, whatever the case may be. They help structure your finances, let you know well in advance. And I think John can talk about that too, how to, what to plan for. And you guys can always find me on Facebook, Instagram. I've tried TikTok a little, but I find that the crowd is younger. So, Jessica Fermiano. I'm happy to help all of you with whatever questions you may have. Thank you. Thank you again.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Shout out
definitely
to you,
helping.
Jess. Thanks.
Word.
Veronica?
You can just reach me. I have an Instagram. It's _Ronnie Joe. If you have any health questions, medical questions, even questions about medication, I'm always an ear, or I'm able to give any advice I can give. But happy Mother's Day to everyone, all beautiful ladies that we have here in the podcast, and handsome John.
Yeah.
Thank you. Happy Mom's Day.
Yeah, if you want to reach out and just to talk, I'm always an ear to listen.
Thanks, Nurse B.
Mother's Day again.
Thanks, Nurse B.
Word, thank you.
Jaleesa?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, okay. Hi. Thank you guys for having me. My name is Jaleesa. I can be found many different places. My personal Instagram is Juicy Lala Boom. I have my business Instagram, which is Shop Miracle K, a Mommy and Me boutique for all you ladies out there who have little mini me's. Yeah. And also I can be found on the Us on a Daily podcast page. And yeah, I have a lot going on, and support is all we need.
It definitely is. I also want to shout you out because you don't mention how you do these great. I don't know if you could get a good shot.
We're actually gonna come back and get some more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I actually did, and you guys look really great in those shirts.
Thank you.
As well.
Yo, we're gonna get some more. We need some more cups.
Oh yeah, Jaleesa, we need some more glasses.
Yeah. We're gonna hit you up soon. Like, we don't matter. We just need some more.
One got broken before we got
I actually just purchased some new cups today.
Okay.
I got some in the mail today. Like I got some things that I got coming up. So, you guys stay tuned for that. I do custom work. So not just, Mommy and Me, is also if you need anything custom, I can do that as well.
Awesome. Shout out to you. Thanks.
I washed this shirt like 3-4 times though, and this joint's still on there. It ain't faded out or nothing. Same. Shout out to you.
See,
and Damika,
I told you.
Word. These are Gucci. Yo, last but not least, Damika, let us know where we can find you, where your books are at.
Drop the jewels.
Word.
Hi guys, thank you guys for having me. Thank you for inviting me. It was a good podcast. Great working with you guys. So my book, Little Black Girls, Big World, and me. I can be found on Instagram at For Little Black Girls, or For Little Black Girls on Instagram and Facebook, and also the website. If you guys are interested in purchasing the book, is for littleblackgirls.com. The book is also available on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, if you guys are interested.
Slight flex. Slight flex.
Shout out to you.
Yo, shout out to you all. Yo, you moms are great. You guys are inspiring.
Ladies, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to know you guys and trust. Like, you guys literally motivate me. You women literally motivate me. And I thank you for, your time that you guys made for us. So thank you guys. And happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all you beautiful
Yeah,
ladies.
early
I
Mother's Day.
appreciate you
Have
coming
a
out.
blessed night, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then, guys, as you know it, it's your girl Edis, also known on all social media platforms as Ayo Edis. Thanks for tuning in to the He Said, She Said podcast. I'm going to tune it over. I'm going to turn it over to the intelligent black man who got to listen to all of us intelligent women today.
Right. Well, you already know. My name John Brown. Yo, Black is... Yeah. It's the Pod Piper. No. Yo, you already know. Yo, it's a spicy talking to myself professional. Yo, John Brown on Facebook. Once you go Black on Instagram. Yo, He Said, She Said, the podcast show. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. Like, go on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Yo, hit us up. Yo, you could be the next person that we interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If y'all think we should get somebody else on, hit us up. Let us know. Comment what y'all think. And, yo, we see y'all next week, man. Holla at y'all. Guala. He said she does.